Hey guys, Ryan and Haley here with Tycor Title. What's up, Haley?
What's up, Ryan?
How's it
We're
going?
a little different of an environment today, so
Yeah.
welcome to our office.
We're just chucking and jiving on the holidays, throwing some different celebrations.
Yeah.
Unable to be doing the regular Friday thing, but wanted to bring a video to you guys, and I think it's right up our alley this week, right? What are we talking about today?
Well, we are going to be talking about some tips to stay calm during some chaos and some stressful situations.
Oh my
right?
God. Well, the holidays have no shortage of chaos and stressful situations as all that family comes into town. But we here at FNF have had some stressful and chaotic situations. Thankfully, we worked our way through that. But we want to give you 5 tips, the top 5 tips on how to approach a chaotic situation and work through the stress. Haley, what's step 1?
Well, step 1 is something that we've had to really practice for the past week is stay calm.
Oh my God.
First and foremost, are you calm, Ryan?
I'm calm now. I'm calm now.
Things are starting to calm down. But, it's so important because when your emotions are super high, your logic is so low. You're not thinking straight. You're not thinking clearly. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but how many of us have made some not super smart decisions in chaotic moments because it was so stressful, and then like a couple days go by and you're like, ooh, I probably shouldn't have sent that text.
I shouldn't have burnt that bridge.
Like that, yeah,
the whole town down.
So for us, staying calm has been extremely helpful during this past couple weeks because it's really been able to, we have to assess what is in our control. What can we do? And that's where staying calm really helps you analyze what can you actually control.
Exactly. High emotion, logic is low. It gets you out of your head. I take 6 deep breaths like Rob talks about, and all of a sudden my heart rate lowers and oxygen is delivered to my brain and it functions at a higher level because it's oxygenated. Getting calm is the first step, and then you can start evaluating, which I think is the perfect segue to step 2, right? Evaluate the surroundings, evaluate and assess the situation.
Yes.
Right?
So when you're assessing the situation, it's really important to just kind of think about it, and this is what we ask ourselves all the time. What's in my control and what's out of my control? And you have to kind of just assess and prioritize and see, okay, how can I control what I can? What are my controllables? And then how do I prioritize what I need to get done first?
Absolutely. It takes me back to the Navy SEAL podcast that I think it was Mark Devine or Rich Diviney did on, what's his name? The sports guy, Jim Rome.
Jim Rome. Oh, that's your man.
I know, it's my guy. Van Smack is my guy. But they talk about when the Navy SEALs train, and then when the bullets are flying and they find themselves in absolute chaos, like real chaos, like war, fire, bad things, they say, okay, what do I know? And of the things that I know and understand, what can I control? And then they focus on the next 3 feet in front of them, which they are extremely present in the present moment. That's what you can do when chaos and what hits the fan. You got to really buckle down, breathe, calm down, assess the situation, and then do step 3.
And step 3 is develop the plan. So it's important. So once you're calm and you have that sense of like, okay, I assess the situation, nothing crazy is happening around me. What can I control? And then how can I develop a plan to get my priority of what I needed to do first? How do I get that done? So for us, our plan, once we had to hit damage control, was, okay, who do we need to call? Who are our people that we need to let know what's going on? How can we assess this and make sure that everybody knows and stays calm around us, because it will all get under control.
Yeah, I mean, and the first thing flying through your brain is the chaos, the traumatic kind of response and reactivity to the chaotic situation. But once you calm down and start devising a plan, you can start asking better questions, like who can help me with this? Or what can I do to get into solution? Or what is the thing I can do right now that's going to move me in the right direction? Instead of like just having complete chaotic reaction in your mind, you start asking the better questions that are going to provide you with better answers.
Exactly. And having that plan, it's important to really, put down the most crucial thing first. Like if something's hitting the fan, okay, what's the first thing I can control to help mitigate this or kind of lessen the burden on it? But things can get stressful. I mean, I think of like a fender bender or holiday shopping right now. Like, oh my gosh, thank gosh for Amazon. But like, going to Target or the mall, like that could even be a chaotic, stressful situation. So develop a plan. What stores are you going to hit? What aisle are you going to go down first? Like have your plan ready to go. So then you're not stuck in the chaos of like, oh my gosh, what's going on in this holiday?
Yeah, you start with the charcuterie board and then move on to the main courses, right?
Exactly.
I mean, like block it up and just chop it up and take it down task by task. And the key, and it is effective communication is step 4. Once you've got the plan, you've got the skeletal makeup or the outline of what you're going to do about said chaotic situation, then you communicate to team members, communicate to all those that need to be in the know on what actions we're taking step by step with clear communication, which really kind of dissolves any confusion, any further chaotic confusion added on top of the situation.
I mean, I can't think of how many times this week we had to have extremely clear communication with our clients, with a lot of escrows, TCs, lenders, and just really be effective and have that concise information of like, hey, this is what's going on. This is what we're doing to fix it. And it's going to be okay. We're going to get through this. This too shall pass.
We basically did a pretty tough job that's filled with chaos already with blindfolds on for the last 10 days. And we made it through because we calmed down. We identified a working plan. We communicated it effectively amongst our team and the greater team here at our company. And we're making it through it. You know, is it all pretty? Absolutely not. But it's not going to be pretty. That's why it's chaotic. That the key is survival and then live to fight another day in some cases, but learn and don't lose the lesson, right? You can lose in the moment, but you don't lose the lesson in preparedness for the next time adversity comes. And as we all know, it's
always coming.
It's coming. It's coming for us. If it's not here, if you're not in it, you're coming out of it you're going into it. But chaos, that's just what life is a series of chaotic challenges.
Well, and that leads perfectly right into the last step where it's adapt, course correct as needed. I mean, I can't tell you how many people that have to adapt in certain situations, things like you just said, everything, the one constant is change. The one thing that we know is something is going to be chaotic at some point in time. So you just have to be able to course correct and be like that Play-Doh, roll with the punches. Like it's okay. This too shall pass. And we will be able to figure out and adapt on how we need to be able to course correct and make sure that things don't happen in the future.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like the meme on Instagram where it's like a big lion or like the Spartan warrior, like adapt or die, but definitely adapt or die because, you know, change is coming and the one certainty about the landscape before us in any industry or space is change. And so adaptation and preparing to adapt and being malleable or pliable in any given situation, thinking on your feet, and kind of knowing what's working and what you're going to change your approach and strategy to adapt to what is working. So we're able to do that, and we are continue to be open and willing to accept to be adaptable. So.
Well, and things can change so rapidly too. Like I kind of think like I'm a huge snowboarder. I love being out in the snow, up in the mountains. That weather condition can change so rapidly. It can be sunny, nice, and next thing you know, you're in a snow flurry, can't see anything, and it's blizzard, snowing. So everything can change so rapidly, and it's how do you manage that change? How do you let that affect you, and how do you adapt to it? And that's where I've kind of came to this point in life now. I know Ryan's helped me a lot where it's like, you know what? There's a lot I can't control. So I'm just going to roll with the punches and do what I can control. And that's, and that's adapting. That's figuring things out. That's course correcting. And in our business and real estate and sales and anything, you have to be able to kind of be on your tippy toes at all times and kind of be able to, like football players and they're like drills and stuff. They're ready to move quickly because they know
be nimble.
Something can change at any time.
Well, and it's really, really well said, Haley. And that's, part of it, right? If you just remember one thing, stick to the controllables and ignore the uncontrollables, because by definition, you can't exert control over them. So worrying over them or stressing or gripping on it is not helping you. It's just detracting from the energy you otherwise could be putting into changing what you can change. And changing your physical state helps. Go take a walk, go do 15 jumping jacks, and then come back and you'll see the situation a little differently and be able to bring new solutions to bear. So that's your top 5 tips on how to deal with chaotic situations right in time for Christmas and New Year's and all the holidays. But until next time, anything to add?
Well, I was just going to say one thing that I really take from this, what Ryan said is, we can only control what we can. And when your emotions are high, your logic is low. And that's so important to remember because when we're in the midst of crazy transactions and we're arguing with lenders and all these other things and things are going on in underwriting, we have to remember that when our emotions are super high, we're not thinking. So you could say something you don't mean to say, you could do something you don't mean to, and then you kind of got egg on your face and you have to go back and be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My emotions were super high. So what Ryan said, that really hits and resonates with me. And it's easy to remember when emotions are high, logic is
I
low.
can't tell you how many times I'm going to hit pause on this conversation because I'm not fit to be in this conversation at the moment, and I exit because I have nothing nice to say, so I'm not going to say nothing at all. Just like my mama taught me, right? And then I can go and take a beat, man. I mean, nobody's going to crucify you for just taking a 10-minute break to rethink things and come with an accurate response instead of a knee-jerk reaction, right? There's a difference between a response and a reaction. So that's really good advice. Absolutely.
So I wanted to end on that.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, hey, happy holidays. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Anything we can do, we're here for you. We're back on our emails. We're excited.
We're always here for you guys. You know, you can call, text us at any time. If you guys are having some chaotic situations, please hit us up. Let us know. We were going to be cheerleaders right there with you. You are not alone in this craziness. Yeah. We all go through it.
We're good listeners, so give us a call. Thank you guys so much. Okay.
Bye. Bye.